Hi everyone, it's me, Kelly again. GH is currently at its peak, and this is proving to be a new explosive event. Before watching the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. What strikes me most is how personal this all feels now. Chase discovering the evidence during what should have been a routine search ordered by the PCPD must have been devastating for him. I can only imagine the look on his face, that mix of disbelief and heartbreak that actors portray so well on this show. Willow, bless her heart, had no solid alibi because she was secretly tending to Drew at Turning Woods that night, administering medication that no one else knew about. Her silence to protect that secret has now painted her as the prime suspect, and it is heartbreaking to watch someone as caring as Willow get cornered like this. But that is exactly what makes General Hospital so addictive. The writers are forcing us to question loyalties and hidden truths in ways that mirror real-life misunderstandings, only amplified by the high stakes of love, family, and justice in our beloved town. I have to admit, part of me feels a pang of sympathy for Brook as she steps into the role of the supportive partner comforting Chase through this nightmare. She plays it so convincingly, the devoted woman standing by her man while everything unravels. Yet I cannot help but wonder if this scheme will ultimately backfire on her in spectacular fashion. Lucy's anonymous tip to the police was the perfect catalyst, setting off a chain reaction that has everyone talking. And right in the middle of Portia's baby shower, no less. The tension cutting through what should have been a joyous celebration felt electric. One moment, guests are toasting new life, and the next, whispers of arrest and scandal ripple through the room. It is classic GH timing, interrupting happiness with chaos, and I love how it reminds us that peace in Port Charles is always temporary. As Chase works desperately to clear Willow's name and salvage their relationship, I find myself asking the same questions many longtime viewers probably are. How long can Brook keep up this act before cracks appear? Will her overeagerness to console him raise suspicions? The story is already planting seeds of doubt, and that new haunting layer it is adding to Chase's world has me on the edge of my seat. He is a good man, a dedicated cop and father figure, yet here he is torn between the woman he once loved and the one he married. This triangle is evolving beyond simple jealousy into something darker, with real consequences for custody, reputations, and trust. Willow stands to lose everything. Her honor, her relationship with her child, and perhaps even her freedom if the evidence holds up. But I have seen enough of these plots to know that secrets like the one involving Drew rarely stay buried forever. When the truth emerges, it could flip the entire narrative on its head. Let me share a personal thought here. In my years of following the show, I have always believed that characters like Willow represent hope and resilience. She has overcome so much already, and framing her this way feels like a test of that strength. Brook, on the other hand, is showing a side that is more calculating than we have seen in a while, and it makes me reflect on how love can push even the best of us toward questionable choices. Is Brook truly protecting her marriage? Or is she crossing a line that will cost her Chase's respect in the end? I lean toward the latter, because the show has a way of rewarding honesty and punishing deception over time. Lucy's involvement adds another delicious layer. She is always larger than life, meddling with that signature flair, and her partnership with Brook feels like a reunion of schemers that longtime fans can appreciate. The arrest of Willow by the PCPD was a pivotal moment that has left the whole canvas buzzing. It did not just resolve the immediate tension at the baby shower, it opened the door to new conflicts that promised to keep us hooked for weeks. Chase's efforts to fix things are noble, but they also highlight how deeply this deception runs. Every comforting word from Brook might now carry an undercurrent of doubt in his mind. I keep picturing future scenes where a small inconsistency makes him pause and really look at his wife. Those subtle glances and quiet realizations are what make this soap opera magic. Will he connect the dots before it is too late? Or will Willow's secret about Drew's surface in a way that exonerates her but damages other relationships? One thing I truly enjoy about this arc is how it weaves together multiple threads of Port Charles life. The hospital, the police department, family celebrations, and hidden medical interventions all collide beautifully. It reminds me of the show's best eras, where personal vendettas ripple outward and affect the entire community. Viewers my age especially appreciate stories that explore loyalty, forgiveness, and the consequences of playing God with other people's lives. Brook, Lynn, and Lucy may think they have the upper hand now, but I suspect the universe of General Hospital has other plans. Justice, or at least dramatic truth, has a habit of prevailing when you least expect it. As I sit here reflecting on the latest episodes, I feel that familiar excitement bubbling up. What will happen when Willow finally speaks up about that night? How will Chase react to learning he has been manipulated? And what role will other characters play in unraveling this web? Portia's baby shower turning into a crime scene of sorts was a bold storytelling choice, and it has me eagerly awaiting how the aftermath unfolds. The emotional stakes for the children involved make it even more compelling. No one wants to see families torn apart unnecessarily, yet that is the very tension that keeps us invested. I have always said that General Hospital excels when it balances high drama with heartfelt moments. This current plot does exactly that. Brook Lynn's scheme is cruel in its precision, yet it humanizes her vulnerabilities. Willow's predicament invites our empathy, and Chase's struggle pulls at our hearts. Lucy remains the wild card, bringing humor and audacity to what could otherwise be relentlessly heavy. In my opinion, this is the kind of multi-layered storytelling that separates enduring soaps from fleeting trends. It respects the audience's intelligence by letting us piece together clues alongside the characters. Looking ahead, I am confident that the writers will deliver satisfying payoffs. Perhaps a key witness or overlooked evidence will emerge at just the right moment. Maybe Chase's cop instincts will kick in stronger than his emotions, leading to a confrontation that changes everything. Whatever comes next, I know it will be worth the wait. These characters have lived in our hearts for years, and seeing them navigate such intense personal turmoil feels both nostalgic and brand new. It is why I will keep tuning in, week after week, sharing theories with fellow fans and cherishing every revelation. What strikes me most is the impending revelation of Brook Lynn's crime. That planted fragment from Jordan's accident scene, the anonymous tip, and the calculated framing of Willow are about to come crashing down. I have seen enough storylines over the years to know that such carefully constructed lies rarely hold forever, and when the truth emerges, it will shatter everything Brook Lynn has built. Her marriage to Chase, which seemed like a safe harbor after so many storms, is destined to crumble under the weight of this betrayal. Chase is a man of integrity, a dedicated officer who values honesty above all else. Discovering that the woman he married orchestrated such a cruel plot against Willow will not only break his trust, but likely end their union entirely. It is painful to watch, yet so compelling because it feels authentic to the characters we have grown to love, and sometimes question. In the midst of this collapse, a new haunting layer is emerging, one that adds even more emotional depth to Chase's journey. As Brook Lynn's actions are laid bare, Chase finds himself drawn back toward Willow, almost as if fate is pulling him in that direction. This potential betrayal of his current marriage to pursue the woman he once shared such a profound connection with represents a haunting new obsession taking root in his heart. It is not simple rebound or revenge. It is the rekindling of genuine feelings that were never fully extinguished. I cannot help but wonder how Chase will navigate this pull. Will he resist at first, clinging to the remnants of his life with Brook Lynn, or will the revelation of her crime free him to follow his heart toward Willow? This shift proves the power of the new haunting obsession the writers are introducing, one that forces us to examine themes of forgiveness, second chances, and the enduring nature of true love amidst betrayal. From my perspective as a seasoned fan, this development feels both surprising and inevitable. Brook Lynn has shown a darker, more calculating side lately, and while I sympathize with her desire to protect her marriage, crossing into outright framing crosses a moral line that the show rarely lets slide without consequences. Her plan was Tan Yun, as you described, but it also humanizes her vulnerabilities, her fear of losing Chase driving her to extremes. Yet I believe the writers are setting up a powerful redemption arc, or a painful downfall for her, depending on how she handles the exposure. Meanwhile, Willow's quiet strength during her ordeal, protecting her secret about caring for Drew at Turning Woods, has only deepened my admiration for her. She stood silently, as suspicions mounted, prioritizing others even at great personal cost. That kind of selflessness is rare and makes her reunion with Chase feel earned rather than forced. The timing of all this, especially following the tension at Portia's baby shower, heightens the drama beautifully. One celebration interrupted by scandal, and now the aftermath promises even more explosive confrontations. I keep asking myself, how will Chase confront Brook Lynn when the evidence surfaces? Will Lucy's role in the scheme drag her into the spotlight as well, or will she manage one of her signature escapes with flair? These questions keep me eagerly anticipating each new episode, feeling that familiar rush of excitement that only General Hospital delivers so consistently. The heat is building, and the emotional stakes for everyone involved, especially the children caught in these family upheavals, make it all the more gripping. Personally, I think Chase's growing obsession with reclaiming what he had with Willow adds a bittersweet layer to the story. It proves that some connections run deeper than schemes and misunderstandings. While part of me feels sympathy for Brook Lynn's impending heartbreak, another part cheers for the possibility of Willow and Chase finding their way back to each other. The show has always excelled at exploring how love persists through trials, and this arc is no exception. It reminds me of past storylines where truths revealed changed the landscape of Port Charles forever, leaving room for growth and new beginnings.